guys, just a koi. How are we all doing? Lovely sunny day again. Just sitting on the edge of the pond. Just going to go through what jobs that I've got left to do really. But before I start, just wanted to say, guys, picked up a lot of new koi mates recently. So if you're new, welcome. If you're just calling by, consider becoming a koi mate. I do like to think of you not so much as subscribers, but more koi mates. We're all in this together. We all enjoy it. It's a hobby. It's just a bit of fun. So yeah, if you want to be a koi mate, smash that button. Join the gang, and happy days. I'm just going to spin you around. I'm going to just go through a couple of thoughts with you. Right, well, thank all of you who did comment when I mentioned my pond window. Obviously I was discussing the frame, which way to go around it. I haven't quite made my mind up yet which way is going to be the easiest. They're all good ideas, some probably easier than others, so I'm just trying to get my head around what I'm going to do with it. So what have I got left to do? I've got another return. I've started drilling it. I got to do that and get that one drilled in. I'm going to be putting my skimmer on the wall here. It is going to be the one that comes through the wall and goes up. The one I had before. I prefer that type of skimmer than the in-wall one. I don't know why. I love sitting there watching it working. I know it sounds a bit odd, but I do, and that's the one I'm going to go with. I'm going to skim all the sides. Fed up of seeing this rough edges, so I'm going to skim all that and then get it ready for fiberglassing. There is a little bit of a dip there in the bottom of the pond which I need to fill. It does run across that way nicely, the water, but I just need to fill that hole and just make sure that it's all running nicely, because the drain is obviously going to sit down by there. So I've still got to organise the drain, got to get that sorted. You can hear my wind charm singing away. It's still pretty windy. My gazebo's in hell of a mess still. So back to the pond. Obviously I will be coming down further with these panels. I've left them off now so that the fiberglass I can, access easily there. So that's got to be done. I've got to sort out my filters. I've got to level everything, set them at a height, and also get the pipe work onto the back of this wall. So got to get that done. I'll eventually get this tiled, but there's no rush for that. I think I'm going to get it glassed, get the fish back in, and I can take my time with doing that. Probably going to get a new post on that one there. It's not looking the best. It's a little bit out of line, but it's supporting it a minute. Yeah, and I got to order the window, so I'm going to do another measurement today, make sure I got the right size, get the glass on order, and then we're not a million miles away really. So I'm going to crack on today, and like I say, I'm going to try and get these holes drilled for a start, and then have a look at the filters. So catch you in a bit, koi mates. Right, so what I'm doing in a minute, out of these offcuts, some of you may have seen me doing this before, similar. I'm going to make rectangles out of them, small box-shaped boxes, and I'm going to put them on the back of the pond. So I'll knock one up, pretty easy to do. I got two lengths the same, and I've cut those the same. I'm just going to screw them both together. I'm not fussing around with miter joints, they're just going to be screwed in as a square and put on. I'll show you what I mean now. you are, job done. That's all they are, roughly knocked up, pretty square. I'll show you what they look like on with me. So there you are guys, I've put the shapes I made up. Just break up a board or wall or background, whatever you want to call it, up a bit. I think it looks really good actually for just some offcuts. I gotta take my spirit level down. I've also put my temp back up, and I've put my camera up there ready. It's not wide up yet, but I've got that up there ready. So yeah, making headway. I'm quite happy with that. Looks good. Catch you in a bit. Right, so what I'm doing guys, I'm going to move my box from there and I'm going to bring it over and put it on the back of here so I can get at everything a lot easier. I've already put my waterproof box there. And I'm going to tidy all my cables at the back of this. Bearing in mind this is going to be going lower once the fiberglass has been. So that's what I'm doing in a minute, is moving things across. So just going to get the cover off that and get it moved. Right, so that's mounted. Obviously needs tidying. Need to slip the B&Q or someone, get some cable pegs for there. Get this the right size. I can fit everything else on here now, my UV and air pump, and maybe the skimmer pump probably on there as well, so you can get everything all plumbed up off there. So happy days. Job's good. Welcome back guys. Just swept out in here. I've gone round denibbing some of the loose edges off. I'm going to be putting a skim over this today. I got the mixer on the go again, the bad boy's going. I've got a 5-to-1 mix there, 5 sand, 1 cement, using the waterproofer. That'll help it stick. So I'm gonna see how far I can get. Don't know how long it's gonna take to do, so I'm gonna crack on with that. I gotta clean out that little bit of a hole. I gotta cement that flat. I've been keeping an eye on this when it's raining, and the flow is brilliant going that way. Obviously the drain's going to be down that end, so I just need to make sure that I fill that hole and nothing can stay in there, and she just flows nicely into the center. So I'm going to be doing things like that as well. So let's crack on. How's that mix doing? You don't need too wet for a job like this. It needs a little bit more. Anyway, I'm going to get that mix right and then crack on guys. Catch you in a bit. Right guys, I've got down there so far. It's not the easiest thing to do, mind. It's like any tradesman, they do their apprenticeship, they train hard and they make things look easy. You know, you have a professional doing this, makes it look a piece of cake, but when you're doing it yourself, obviously you can have a go, and it does take longer and it's not half as good, but it's quite smooth there. I'm going to leave it dry a bit now, and then I'm going to just flick it over when it's dry with a very smooth coat. But the fiberglass I'm having is 3-stage anyway, so there's 2 sheets going on, and there is a fine one going on over the top, which is supposed to really smooth it out lovely. So it should be spot on. Like I say, there's little imperfections a minute, but they'll, even when it's dry, I could just sand it as well, so plenty of options. But yeah, getting there guys. So I'm just started on the bottom, just put another mix on, just having a cup of tea a second, and we're cracking on. Another mix on the go. What a glorious day. Tell you what, the weather's been fine now for quite a few days, over a week. Absolutely awesome. Just got that back wall done. So it's just this one to do now, and then up against the window. So yeah, looking really good. Couple of little marks, I have gone over it. I need to touch in again, but I don't think they're gonna make any difference. It's a lot smoother than a few we look at that side, obviously there's imperfections there. Yeah, cracking on nicely. Catch you in a bit, guys. Probably be a lot easier if I had one of them plasterers boards, but this will do it. Some rougher bits coming in. And once we've got my grout in, so we over that a bit thicker. Yeah, it's going on, guys. Pretty happy with it, getting a better technique as I go along. Yeah, it's going to look tidy once it's done. Happy days. Down that side. I've run out of mix a minute. I've got to the corners, both sides. Debating now what I'm going to do with that window. Am I going to just timber it and then plaster up the timber and remove the timber, or am I gonna get an angle grinder and actually cut out the block, rebit into the block, which is probably a good idea, but my only worry of doing that is getting a smooth finish for it to sit back in. I don't know if I'll be able to do that properly, so I may go with the wood. Yeah, so anyway, we'll have a think a minute. Just having a 5 minutes break. Absolutely beautiful day, guys. Look at that sky up there. See, with my house, the sun comes up there and it goes behind the house and in this way. Tend to lose it in the afternoon behind that house next door. But it is what it is. Anyway, let's crack on. My missus just come out and said, do you think you better put cream in that head of yours? And I tell you what, I wouldn't have thought about that today. No chance in hell would I have thought of that. So, what would we do without them, guys? I don't know what the hell we do. Anyway, this is where I'm at. It's starting to dry out already. Such a glorious day. Unbelievable. Obviously there's, you know, this marks here, but I can put a sand over that. It's much smoother than the block work, so should be fine for glassing. You won't see most of it under the water anyway. You see the little top bit. He is gonna, like I said earlier, put 2 layers on, and then the fine coat over the top, which will make it really smooth, and it'll hide most of the, you know, any imperfections in it. So happy days. Gotta get this bit done. As you can see, it's get out of the sun. It's a little hole there that we left in the beginning, because I used to sit my pump in there when it was pump fed, and then the crap used to go in and it used to pull it out. Or that was the idea of it. But what I'm going to do now is fill this, get it a slope over this way, and I'll be setting my drain somewhere around here. So once the drain turns up, we'll have a look at it and test fit it. There you go. Happy with that. There was a couple of dips there, so I've smoothed them off a bit. Leveled that up there now, and I've filled that hole, so all looking good. As you can see, it's starting to dry out already. It's looking a lot better when it's dry. I think I may give it a sand tomorrow. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow and go from there. But it's certainly much smoother than the block work. It's starting to take shape now, guys. It's looking good. There's not a lot left now before I can get the fiberglass out. I need to start cutting my returns and getting them in, and then they'll be glassed over from this side anyway, so I need to start doing them next. Got to measure this window as well. Happy days. Right guys, I've just cleaned everything down. Cleaned the mixer, cleaned all the pond out. I'm going to sweep it again tomorrow. I'm going to put a level on these as well, make sure they are running the right way. I'll leave that dry overnight, and I'll try that tomorrow. It's already drying out. It's a lovely day. Happy days. So I'm going to call this video, guys. So thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying. Things are starting to take shape now, so it's getting more and more nearer all the good parts now. So guys, hope you've enjoyed, like I say. Anyway, all the best now. Catch you on the next one.